I'll keep this brief. I found this remains of an old car in the woods, and it's so interesting. It's not the first time I found remains of an old car in the woods, and I always wonder what the story is about those, because they're usually deep in the woods, like this one is. So there's no road. So then you start thinking at one time this was accessible by road, so these trees are new, or somebody dragged it here. How? There's no road, there's trees. It's pretty impassable by car. I guess it's just a reminder that the woods in a lot of the country are fairly new, at least here in the eastern United States. There's European colonists cut down a lot of the original old growth forest. So I don't know how many decades ago this was somehow accessible. Other update is I've been pretty unwell. Dislocated my knee, gonna need surgery. Been unable to hike for about a month. You all already know this though. You know this, Mom, you know this, Grandma. Today though, I got up and I felt a little bit better. I have this is like the third iteration of a brace. This one fits under the clothes. They call it a J brace, and it's deliberately made to keep my knee from coming out, which it was in danger of doing even with that old big brace. But I felt strong enough to kind of walk somewhere with very flat terrain with this cane. Not for very long. I'm going to probably go back. But it's good. Dogs are finally getting a chance to run. They haven't run in so long. And I saw this. And I just thought that's interesting. It's another old rusted car in the woods. How did these things get here, you know? What's the story? It's not as impressive as the most impressive thing, which is the car and school bus graveyard deep in the woods. That's crazy. Because that means that whole area was a junkyard. At some point there was a road somewhere, and that's even deeper into inaccessible woods. So that means all those trees, they can't be more than 40 years old. You know? They're younger than you, Mom. Oh, there's a little... Ooh. It's hard to walk. I'm doing this, but I'm doing this with great difficulty. But it's such a miracle that I can do this, that I can't not do it, you know? The walking, I mean. The standing, I mean. So, you guys remember your trivia from my previous videos. That red shed, also deep in the woods. And there's the birdhouse and that weird wall, that half wall over there. Should give you an idea of where I am. Yeah. Look, she's so happy to be back in the woods. She can roll in the dirt like she loves to. I've been sad about spring passing me by. The birds are singing, flowers are blooming, sunnier. I'm trapped indoors, but I'm feeling a little bit better. Which is why it sucks that I have surgery on March 7th. So I think it's going to knock all the progress I made in the past month back to zero. And then I'll have weeks of waiting, and then a second surgery to knock the progress back again. It's all very disappointing. I'm kind of, try not to dwell on it while I'm out here, while I actually can be out here. Finally not in a building for the first time in a long time. Oof. And it's a lot of effort to do this, but it's worth it. Yeah. But I'm out here, and the dogs are out here, and I think it's good for all three of us. Good for the soul. Gotta do it. So, my advice to the rest of you is, go outside. Do something. I mean, I don't think any of you can, really. Well, some of you can, but, there's gonna be a time when you definitely can't ever again. And that's what I've been thinking of lately. It's I'll hopefully recover from this injury, but one day there is going to be a very last time that I'll be able to go on a hike, just like there was for Leo. She had a last hike. She had a last walk. And you don't always know it's the last one when you're doing it. So you really got to make the most of every day when you can. Health is like temporary. It's transitory. It's an illusion. All of us are in these fragile meat sacks that are just decaying. And life goes on. Life renews. It's spring. I'm trying to be out here with the rest of life while I can. When I can. Alright. I'm going to try to make my way back to the car. Because it's getting late and I can't move very quickly. But this is my update. Instead of feeling sorry for myself laying around, I got up today and I went outside, which is the thing I've most wanted to do since this happened. And the only thing that I knew would make me feel better, even if I break my other leg doing it. Oh, look how these dogs are. What did you find? They found deer poop. Oh, lucky dogs. This is why they have a leptospirosis vaccine, because they do that. All right. I love you guys. Draining the fluid from my knee was great. It's really made a huge improvement in my comfort and mobility. I don't think I'd be able to do this without that, or definitely not with this J brace, which is so interesting because the leg immobilizer was probably the most supportive brace. I felt nothing, but I could not move. There's another. That's another arrested car. I'm not gonna go over there because it's off the path and I can't really deal with uneven terrain like I used to. But there's another one. Isn't that crazy? Where did they come from? What's the story? How did this all become woods up around it? What was I saying? Right. With each consecutive brace, I've gotten more mobility because the braces themselves are heavy and restrict movement. Like with that other brace, I couldn't even sit because my leg was held out straight. I couldn't drive my car. And then the other brace is like so much lighter. I could bend my knee. But also, I see now with the J brace, good jumps, Yadkin. I love him. He bounds like a little deer, like a little antelope when he's happy. What was I saying? Oh, the braces themselves are keeping me from walking because it's just like an extra weight dragging my leg and reducing my mobility. And I see that now. This J brace, which really more of a... fuck! Yeah, she ran right into the back of my good knee. You see, this is this is crazy. Wouldn't it be hilarious if while filming this, I fucked up my leg, I had to fucking call ambulance to medevac me because this fool dog ran into me. He literally ran full speed into my good leg. If it were the bad one, anyway, I don't know how disabled people have dogs to help them. In my experience, they're nothing but a hindrance. He caused this problem. He dislocated my knee. You all know this. Ugh, I'm so mad. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm still standing. No damage done this time. Anyway, the braces, they're heavy. They keep me from walking. This J brace, you'll see it eventually. I'll show you guys. But it's very similar to the nylon kind of things that athletes have over their knee with this little circular hole for the kneecap. It's a very similar concept. This one's probably more expensive and more fancy because it's got straps and bolsters specifically to keep my kneecap from sliding. But it's Velcro straps with nylon. So it's a very similar sort of thing. It's the very expensive version of that. But it's great because it's given me the most mobility and it's giving me the exact support I need, which is keeping my fucking kneecap from sliding out again. Because let me tell you, every day I feel it shifting around. And I did see the actual MRI scans from the doctor the other day, from the surgeon. That kneecap is not where it's supposed to be. I pushed it back myself, and it's still not where it's supposed to be. And that's just because the tendon that should be holding it there is not anymore. It's kaput. It's off center. So like, even standing still, I feel it rolling around like a fucking marble. But now it's not, because it's like being held in place. Unless my dog, of course, decides to kill me. That would be... I would still upload this video too if he did that. It would be crazy. It would be after, like, the fucking ambulance had to come get me and also get these dogs. And somebody has to get my car. That's so crazy. That's so... Yadkin, you are a menace. You're a menace. He runs into my legs all the time. Alright. Well, there's the little red shed again. And, I don't know if you can hear that noise in the distance, but Ma, you remember that noise. You know what it is. There's the bridge I have to cross to get back to where I'm going. And, that's me signing out. That's my update. Severely injured. Will need surgery. Thinking a lot about, like, I don't know, feelings of helplessness, the inaccessibility of the world, the inevitability of death, loss of function, like the isolation that I've noticed. Like, when you can't do things, you really can't do things. I've gone to the movies and I've gone to trivia, and the trivia is a struggle because, like, if there's no seating room, I can't stand. I can't do bar stools. I had to go an hour early to make sure I got somewhere, a chair. Otherwise, I wouldn't be there. I tried to go to, like, this jazz thing because a friend of a friend of a friend was having a going away thing. It was like an open mic night. And I couldn't because they were like, sorry, we just have bar room. And I was just like, everybody was feeling bad for me. And like, oh, maybe we could sit outside. And I was like, no, I'll just go home because I didn't want to make them change plans for me. But, like, I really can't do a lot. And it's a commentary on how inaccessible the world is. And personally, it's a commentary on how, like, once you're not really a fit, healthy person, you're shut out from a lot of social events, a lot of life events, like going grocery shopping, doing dog things, driving a car, getting your mail and walking up the steep hill to your house, showering without worrying about dying. Anyway, you already know I've been having a lot of depressing thoughts. But today is a good day. I mean, there are bad things about it. I missed some very important things today. But I did do something just for me. Just come out here in the woods that I've missed so very much with my dogs, who probably missed it even more than me. And that's a good thing. All this to say, I would literally rather risk breaking my legs out here than not come out here. And I'm out here, and it's great. And these dogs are cute. And it's a wonderful spring day. It's been rainy all day. Everything's wet and slippery. I'm still here. I'm still here! Woo! And they're here. And isn't that wonderful? And isn't that worth celebrating? Alright, goodbye for real this time. Good dogs.